I can tell you where I was born, just a few hundred feet that direction. There used to be an old house there. I was born there 97 years ago.
Colburn Farms was established in 1910 by my great-great-grandfather. It's been in our family since then. Been a centennial farm. Yeah, technology's been huge. Some of the biggest technology changes that they've seen, when they think about it, they've actually went from using horses and hay to diesel fuel and the internal combustion engine. So when you think about that, that's quite a significant change.
I can remember Dad. He'd have a horse and get their mouth open and file their teeth down. They were working with the horses all the time. The Massey Harris Company was making a big change, and they came out with these smaller gasoline, high compression engine tractors. And Dad, he fell in love with that thing. He just had to have one of them. So he took the 2 plows we had and the threshing machine, and he traded the whole thing. He could do all the work that they did with 12 horses and the thrashing outfit and all that. He could do that himself in one man with his tractor and the combine.
The investment in technology has been a real game changer for our farm. If we're not advancing, we're going behind, and it's not going to allow us to get to the next generation of producers on our farm.
I was fortunate enough, my grandpa, he was miles ahead of his time. He was trying to direct seed back in the 30s because he was wake up in the morning and see our land blowing and whatnot. I get this from my father, and he was out trying to make a disc implement of some sort to direct seed then because he knew this wasn't working. You cannot summer, fall, low, light land. So we tried tree rows, we tried everything, and it was a disaster.
When they first started talking about zero-till, it helped us out very well. We started by zero-tilling with an old Noble hoe drill, and we took the seed boxes off and pulled an air tank behind, and that worked pretty good up until the time they started going into the new equipment after that. But the most important thing is the herbicides that we were able to use back. Some of the first herbicides we used was 2,4-D and Russian thistle and flickweed and millet. They were big weeds back then. And that was able to control a lot of that with the herbicides.
For sure, in my lifetime, that was probably the biggest thing that helped this farm. We had quackgrass problems, but once the glyphosate showed up, when it was feasible, and then continuous cropping, yeah. That's for sure the biggest thing that's I've seen in my time.
Yeah, on Colburn Farms, canola will be very difficult to grow without the adoption of new technology. With the advent of herbicide-tolerant canola, it allows us to go in without disturbing the seed bed, not having that seed bed dry out, and get good establishment, get good emergence, and hopefully Mother Nature treats us good and gives us some moisture, and usually we're off to the races with that. And the other benefit is the sustainability piece. We're using less active ingredient pounds per acre when we look at the old technologies being like 20 pounds to the acre. Now we're using literally grams to the acre to control those weeds.
I look back at these guys, and they're doing real well, and I'm happy.
From the 90s and up, we've kept in touch with all the technology pretty much, with the GMOs and the steering and all the latest technology, and it's just changed everything. It's just made everything quite a bit easier. We're farming way more acres with way less work. It's completely different from when I started, for sure.